Hello and welcome to another Dragon Ball FighterZ video. Today, TGN Anime presents a character profile for Android 18. Android 18 was created by Dr. Gero with the purpose of destroying Goku, but as fate would have it, she ended up turning from android to human, and from the villain side, she came over to the hero side. She did not do this alone, however. At her side was always her twin brother Android 17, and in Dragon Ball FighterZ, these two fight together as one, making this a very unique character. Before we even get to specials and supers, there's this unique attack that this character can perform by hitting back and the special button. Android 17 comes in and throws some ki blasts, allowing 18 to move freely while this happens. This is a great way to put some pressure on your opponent from a distance with 17 as you try to get closer with 18. But now let's get into the specials. 18's first special is the Destructo Disc. Quarter circle forward plus the special button throws a simple ki blast that goes across the screen. Unlike Krillin's, you cannot throw multiple Destructo Discs, and unlike Frieza's, these do not come back to hit you in the face. It is as simple as it gets. But things do start to get a bit more complicated on our second special attack, and that's the Barrier. This is one of the moves that makes 18 very unique. Down down plus the special button absorbs pretty much any attack and turns it into meter. And when I say it absorbs pretty much any attack, I mean melee strikes, ki blasts, and even level 3 supers are powerless against this thing. This is also why 18 is good to have on your squad, because her assist attack is actually the Barrier. So at any moment, by just tapping the assist button, 18 will come out and absorb the enemy's attack. The Barrier does require some practice and some precise timing, but it's an easy way to fill up your meter incredibly fast, which in turn allows 18 to spam supers all the time. Moving on to the attack specials, the first one is the back grab. Quarter circle forward and an attack button executes this very close range command grab. It is very hard to execute thanks to its very short range, and it's also very hard to link into combos given its long animation. But it is good for mix-up, and that's really one of 18's strengths. Trap an opponent in a corner, and once you get him blocking, hit him with a back grab. All three variants are hard to connect, but if you do connect, the light attack version can't really be followed up by anything. The medium attack version can be followed up by an array of abilities, and the same goes for the EX version. The second attack special is called a support attack. Quarter circle backwards and an attack button. 18 calls 17 to support her with a melee combo. This is your go-to ability to apply pressure. It has a very high range on whatever version you activate, light or medium, but the medium attack version will deal more damage since 17 will stay in the field for longer and perform a bigger combo. While in the air, this ability changes a bit, with 17 performing the same melee combo or activating the Barrier himself. The EX version of this move is very special and unique. Once you execute it, 17 will show up and have a really big monologue. During this time, if your opponent calls in any assist, here's what 17 will do. Now, you'll probably still take the damage from the assist character, but 17 will punish him for coming into the field, and chances are he'll catch the active character as well. So in the end, you'll be dealing more damage than receiving. Now, do bear in mind that you need to anticipate your opponent calling in an assist. You can't simply react, because once the assist is out, 17 won't attack him. You've gotta have 17 ready before the assist is called, which makes this a very high level ability. Now, here's something fun to think about. Cut the music! I need to think! Shut it off! What if you do the EX version of the support attack and 17 is ready to punish an assist character, but your opponent's assist is actually Android 18 doing the Barrier, huh? What do you think happens next? Yeah, that's what happens. You pretty much give your opponent some free super. And speaking of supers, Android 18 has two supers at her disposal. A level 1 and a level 3. Her level 1 is called Energy Wave. This is one of the easiest supers to connect in the entire game. 18 teleports directly above the opponent and shoots directly downward, meaning you can do it in pretty much any situation. If your opponent is moving too much horizontally, you might miss, so this is not a great ability to use when your opponent does a super dash, for instance. But if you combo this with any of your abilities, you will hit 9 out of 10 times. And her level 3 super is the Axle Dance. 18 and 17 lunge forward horizontally, either on the ground or in the air. Its range is pretty decent, not full screen, but close enough. And after the activation, the twins perform a combo on the opponent, finishing him off with a ki blast each. If Krillin is in your team and is alive, this super actually has a different animation, where Krillin will replace 17 and shoot a Kamehameha wave. But the super behaves exactly the same, does the same damage, the only thing that changes is the animation. Now, as far as auto combos go, this is what happens when you mash the light attack button. And this is what happens when you mash the medium attack button. And now that we know her abilities, let's look at how to use them. And I want to preface this bit with a disclaimer. Android 18 is probably my worst character in Dragon Ball FighterZ. I believe I understand the theory, but without being able to execute it in practice, I would advise you to take my advice with a grain of salt. Android 18 is one of the strongest mix-up characters in the current roster. I'd put her up there with Piccolo. As such, she will be a high-level character to play. She's not really something I'd recommend for beginners. It's not very easy to do big combos with her. Her abilities are tough to land and chain together. She will definitely take more practice than usual. But that's probably because she's a really strong character at opening up her opponent, just like she opened up Krillin, if you know what I mean. Having the ability to call in 17 to perform a big combo while you have free control of 18 is a great way to put pressure on an opponent, because suddenly he's being hit by two characters at the same time. This gives you time to think while the opponent has to be worried about 17 attacking him, so you can plan exactly how you're gonna mix him up and how you're gonna open him up to an attack. The problem is, once you hit him, it's not like she can do some crazy big combos for big amounts of damage. So what usually happens after you hit an opponent is you just do a minor combo and link it into your level 1 super, which you can hit in pretty much any situation. Now, on the bright side, she has a barrier shield, which is just an awesome way to counter any opponent's attack. If you can see it coming, you can turn an enemy attack into free meter, and that allows you to use your level 1 super, which again, you can just use in pretty much any situation and then follow up with another character for bigger damage. And again, her assist attack is the barrier shield. So if you have another character who's capable of bigger damage, just get 17 to gather some free energy for you by tapping that assist button. Just like Krillin tapped that ass. The best Android 18 players that I saw were really good at getting past my guard, but right after they did that, they rarely went into some very big combos. They pretty much just went into their level 1 super every single time. Android 18 is great for mix-up, she's great for gathering meter for your really strong characters, and that's going to be a very specific advantage and something you might want to have in your team of 3. But again, it's something kind of specific and not very beginner friendly.
Amazing! もしもっと腕を上げることができたら、また相手になってやると言っておいてくれ。Android 18 win!
へえ、あんたなかなかやるじゃないか。
Thank you for watching another character profile. Next week we're going back to your requests, so make sure you leave them in the comments down below. According to my math, Trunks has the most votes right now, so trust me, I'm counting every single vote. But while we wait for that, go ahead and give our latest character profile some love. Android 16 didn't get a lot of views and I really don't know what happened, so go check him out. He's probably my strongest character, to be honest. And if you're in the mood for something else, there's also the video at the bottom, but as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!